Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. This is your weekly TNA Impact Wrestling review from KocoSports. I am LK from KocoSports, and I'd like to welcome you, Internet Infantry, to the show. Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching post-live, please put in the comments, do you give this show a win? Do you give this show a loss? Or do you give this show a tie? This is a new year, a new TNA, and let's pray this show was good. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to the Internet Infantry's comments for this show. So if you have a comment, a query, or a question, watching live, please put it down in the comments below. And also, if you're watching post live, do the same. Me personally, I'm going to give this show a weak win. It wasn't a strong win. It was a weak win, okay? This was a good episode of TNA. Now, I pride myself on trying to give you guys a honest TNA review. This isn't a review that's going to come out here and suck TNA cock. However, I'm not a WWE guy. I will not be putting, bashing TNA. I'm a guy who loves the sport of professional wrestling, no matter what color the ropes are, no matter what logo is on the turnbuckle, whatever brand this is. I love pro wrestling, and I'm going to break it down so you guys can get, the rough idea of what happened, and should I or shall I not watch it? And I recommend you guys should. So before, Anthem have bought TNA now. So Anthem logo on the apron, the turnbuckle, there's blue ropes, which are better. It brightens the place up. There was all before it was black and dark and dank. Now it's blue. It lightens up. I think that helps. There's Anthem's website also on the behind on the buckle post, as well as Impact's website. And here's a little thing. Whoever's running Impact Wrestling's website, impactwrestling.com, I think you should be fired on the spot. I think it really is an awful website, and I don't go on it. I'd rather go to a dirt sheet, some dodgy site I've never seen before, than go to impactwrestling.com to find out anything about TNA. So let's get straight into this. So we start off with the commentators, which is the Pope and Josh Matthews. And Pope, who I always bash, who I always mash, who I always trash, cut a good, passionate promo about making TNA great again. Obviously not him. I don't mean, the Pope's going to make TNA great, because, his commentary leaves a lot to be left desired. I really don't rate the Pope at all. I think he's an absolutely awful, awful, awful commentator. I think he's awful. The Josh Matthews is equally the same. As much as as much as I like and enjoy TNA Weekly, that needs to be changed. Josh Matthews was better than normal. I'm not gonna lie to you, he was better than normal, but I still didn't enjoy the commentary. So Eddie Edwards comes out. He is the current TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He cuts a passionate promo about making TNA the year of TNA. He gets cut off. He says 2017 is the year of Lashley, and he wants his title match. EC3 comes out. He is pumped, and all I loved about this was when EC3 came out, he went down here to the apron and pointed and laughed and smiled. Go on the apron. That made me, feel a bit warm inside, knowing that the wrestlers are a bit more motivated and pumped, because they feel that they don't have to worry about, not getting paid on time. And as a guy who does reviews, I like seeing the talent more pumped and extra motivated. EC3 cuts a promo about, wanting his TNA World Heavyweight Championship match. Eddie Edwards says, let's just make this a triple threat. And he has a surprise later on in the show. I like that he touched on that, because then people tuning in for the first time, okay, what's this surprise? They're going to stick around to see it. It's obvious what the surprise was. It was very predictable, but sometimes, as I said, predictable can be good. Go to our first match, Impact Grand Championship match. We have Mike Bennett versus Moose. Moose is the champion right now. Now, the Impact Grand Championship is kind of like it's a mixed martial arts style format. So it's 3 rounds with 3 minutes. Okay, so round 1's 3 minutes, round 2, 3 minutes, round 3, 3 minutes, and they have judges. The match can end via pinfall submission, or once all the rounds have finished, the judges, will decide the winner. So round 1, Moose, this Christmas, buddy, you've been eating a bit too much turkey, because I think you put on some pounds, but hey ho. Mike Bennett wins round 1. Round 2, Moose hits a moonsault off the second rope. For a guy his size, that is insane athleticism. That really is. Mike Bennett hits a mid-air, beautiful cutter for 2 for a near fall. The pace in this is really good. Moose hits a discus lariat, but he couldn't get the cover as the round ends. So round 2 finishes. Moose won round 2. So Mike Bennett won round 1. Moose won round 2. So now we're up to round 3, the final round. Moose hit a double hand chokeslam for 2, good near fall. Mike Bennett hit a pile driver for 2 for a near fall. The exchange strikes. Moose hits a big clothesline until both men are down for 30 seconds left. So the round ends. Round 3 went to Moose, which means Moose retains the championship. What I liked about this is it protected Mike Bennett because it was such a close call. This is a really, really good match. I really enjoyed this. One of the best Impact Grand Title matches there's been in a very, very long time, even though the title's only been around 6 months. I loved the round format in this because it allowed every second of this match to be balls to the wall, no lollygagging, real good, fast-paced stuff. And on a TV show, it's good to have that sometimes. 3.25 stars. I really, really did enjoy this. And remember, I'll be going to live comments at the end of the breakdown of the show. We have backstage, we have Hornswoggle, or Swoggle as he's referred to now. He sees a Vanguard 1. Broken Hardys, well, they come into the play. Matt Hardy asks Swoggle if he was sent to destroy the event. Mahan. That was at the Total NONSTOP Deletion. Swoggle goes, no, I'm not really his son. Matt marks out. He's like, delightful. Like, it was absolutely hysterical. I love Broken Matt Hardy's promos, and I just love everything about the Broken gimmick. Rockstar Spud comes out. He cuts a promo about how 2016 he lost a lot, and this year he wants to make a winning streak. Swoggle comes out, so we got Swoggle versus Rockstar Spud. Swoggle hits a spear, a German suplex, and a Celtic cross to get the win. The scary thing about that is everything that he hit was nice, crisp, and very, very good. Post-match, Spud cuts a promo saying he has lost to a 1-year-old boy, a man who looks like a 1-year-old boy, and he quits. Now, one thing I didn't like about this was Josh Matthews and the Pope laughing and going, yeah. Like, who gives a shit? Like, don't do that. You know, I know he's a heel, but you shouldn't be that much of a douche. I didn't like that. Backstage, Mike Bennett tells Moose he wants Moose one-on-one, no holds barred at the pay-per-view. I don't think I'll be reviewing this TNA one, not only because tomorrow I'm doing the Flow Slams Style Battle Tournament review, as well as Sunday doing the Full Impact Pro review. So I want to have a mixture of things. I might do one not only on Monday. It's not a guarantee, all right? So don't hold me to that word, all right? Up next, we have The Fact of Life with Eli Drake. I'm a huge Eli Drake mark. I adore Eli Drake. I think you know what culture have, what culture pro wrestling. If I came across several $1 million or pounds or yen or euro, I would make KocoSports Championship Wrestling, KC Dub. This is awesome, KC Dub. I'd make that. Okay, KCW, KocoSports Championship Wrestling, and Eli Drake would be the guy of my promotion. Eli Drake and EC3 would be my feud, right? Drake comes out, he says he will forever hate and have a feud with EC3. The guests are the Broken Hardys. The Broken Hardys come out. Drake says the only thing missing with Eli Drake was the invite. Okay, so no, scrap that. About Total NONSTOP Deletion. Okay, and then he goes on to say the only thing missing was Eli Drake. He goes, where's my invite? Matt Hardy goes, you had an invite, you ignorant ape. Really, really funny. Drake, he's such a good heel. People are chanting his name. And you know what he does? He goes, just because you're chanting my name doesn't make me cool, dummy. Like, really, really good. I love that when heels, you know, they get enchanted because they're cool, because they're good. And then they say, no, don't chant me. And then they get booed. I love that. Drake said he didn't turn up to Total NONSTOP Deletion because he would make it Total NONSTOP smashes the button, dummy, yeah. I love that noise. Dummy, yeah. There has to be an app out there that has a dummy yeah button. I hope they don't charge because I want to use it. Drake challenges them to a title match at the One Night Only show, which aired tonight. He says, only thing that will be deleted is your title reign, and that's not an insult, it's just a fact of life. What a great promo Eli Drake is. Matt Hardy then does the delete, Nero goes obsolete, Drake goes, yeah, and it goes on and on until Jeff goes, this is weird, there's a mini that will brawl until they then get separated. It's a stare down, closed segment. It was fun. Got the Hardys on there. It got Eli Drake on there. I really, really enjoyed this. This was segment of the night. It wasn't the match of the night. Obviously, it wasn't a match, but it was a segment of the night, and I recommend you to watch it. And I wonder who Eli Drake's mystery tag team partner is. Anyway, moving on. We have the Helms Dynasty versus the Decay. Decay has a new theme song. It shits. I don't like it. You know, Billy Corgan obviously took the rights away with that with him. And that's frustrating because I really liked the presentation, and part of the presentation was the music. Really flat. and uninspiring. In TNA, okay, so we got the new anthem, new year, a fresh start. They've only had 7 of these in the past decade. So that being said, then I was a bad joke, I apologize. They really should focus on rebuilding their divisions. Have an Impact Grand Title division, have your main event guys, obviously with the World Championship. Also, I recommend having your tag team division, your knockouts, and your X division properly rebuilt. I think that'll be one of the key factors. Jeff Jarrett and Dutch Mantel back with TNA, obviously in a consultant way. I still think that they should get the divisions back to how they used to be important, because I feel they've got a great main event scene. Their tag title division is the Broken Hardys and Decay. Maybe the Helms Dynasty at a push. Their X division needs sorting out. Their Knockouts division needs sorting out. And I think the restructuring of the company could really help this. Also, this is 2 heels. The Helms Dynasty are heels. The Decay, in essence, are heels. And you know me, I'm a traditionalist, and I don't like heel versus heel. Abyss gets the cold tag. That's what it more feels like, because he's a heel. The Helms Shane Helms comes in. He tries to choke some Abyss like the Hurricane used to do, but he obviously didn't. Rosemary came in. She missed Helms. Abyss then choke slams Andrew Everett. He was going for a springboard, and the height he got was absolutely beautiful. To get the win, so the Decay win. Lights go out, the DCC come out, beer bottles to the back of the head of Decay as Rosemary runs away. 2 stars. I enjoyed the match. It was short, it was sweet to the point, and I love the DCC involvement, and I'm interested and curious to see where they go. Then we have Maria, LVS, and Sienna. There's an in-ring promo calling out Ali. Ali comes out. Maria says Ali ruined her 2016 and says she owns Ali. Ali then starts screaming, "Bring it on!" and the crowd erupt. So we have Ali versus Sienna. I call her that because I don't know. I butcher her name. That's what I do on here. I butcher things. I'm a fucking arsehole. Sutter comes out to cheer on Ali, and I loved, I've been bashing and trashing and mashing the commentary, but I loved how the commentary told the story that, Sutter's been training Ali, because the character of Ali has been that she's a fan and she just worked for Maria. She wasn't a pro wrestler, but I like that because we know she's a pro wrestler. I like the fact they've told us she's been trained by Sutter. I do like that. I do. Sienna spits at her and Ali slaps her. Can we please stop with the spitting? Is there a different way how we can get heel heat? It's been driving me mad for months. Like, consistently spitting. Why? Like in New Japan, they're spitting. In WWE, there's not spitting because it's too unpolitically correct. In every promotion, there's spitting. Can we make the 2017 Pro Wrestling New Year's resolution to stop spitting? I find it extremely unhygienic, and I really, really don't like it. Ali tries to slam her a few times, then finally when she did, it got a really big pop from the crowd, which I liked. LVS distracts Ali by playing with Sutter ringside, and as she did that, Sienna pounced, hit the silencer to get the win. Post-match, LVS and Sienna, they run away with Sutter against his will. Bit of naughty stuff going on. 1 star and 3/4. I like the story it was told. It wasn't a very good wrestling match, but it wasn't meant to be. It was a storyline development match, and it did its job, and it was entertaining. And this show flew by. And I'm about to break down the main event, but the show really flew by. Like, I started watching it at about 3 p.m, and then by 4:30, I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. I can now go to work. Magical. It was very fast, and I really enjoyed it. Then we had the TNA World Heavyweight Championship match. We had EC3 versus Lashley versus Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards is a champion. The match starts off with the 2 faces in EC3 and Eddie Edwards working on the heel. Makes sense. Good storytelling because of the bigger man in Lashley. The 2 smaller babyface want to take him out. Lashley hits a double German suplex. Lashley hits a deadlift gut wrench into a Ron Simmons style dominator. There's a Tower of Doom spot like in every single fucking 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, 7-way, 8-way, 10-way, 9-way, 11-way. I got that the wrong way around. That's quite embarrassing. There's always a fucking Tower of Doom spot. Lashley hits a spear into the exposed buckle. Lashley spears EC3 on the floor. Edwards hits a tope suicida. Lashley goes to hit Edwards with a World Heavyweight Championship belt, but Davey Richards makes his return. He was the surprise. He pulls the belt down, allowing Edwards to hit the Boston Knee Party to get the win. Edwards retains. Richards versus Lashley, I'm guessing, is the feud going forward. EC3 versus Eli Drake, I'm guessing, going forward. The Hardys, though, are in the middle of a program of Eli Drake, so maybe they'll do EC3 Eddie Edwards one more time. I have no. Maybe they do Aaron Rex versus Eddie Edwards for the world title. I have no idea, but it's interesting to see. And it was a 3-star match, 3.5-star match. Very enjoyable stuff there from the main event of TNA. I'm going to get to the live comments to see if we actually have any. Boom. I won't be long. Andy Pap says it was a mixed bag, but a weak win. Yeah, I agree. Ronnie S says strong win. Okay, so we got a weak win to a strong win. Andy Pap says you should show the new Impact Wrestling logo. Okay, just let me get it up. That's what she said. I'm just quickly going to load it up. All right. So just let me quickly do that. So new TNA logo. I apologize for the unprofessional of this. This is all Vince's fault, as I have to find the new logo for you guys you want, and if you want that, I'll get it up for you. So just let me quickly get it up. See a good picture of it. So just let me open that up. Okay, cool. Let me screen share. So this, if you look on your screen right now, if I'm correct, that looks funny, doesn't it? That looks funny. Let me double check that that's airing. That is the new TNA Impact Wrestling logo. I like it. I'm going to be honest, I like it. There is nothing wrong with this logo. So I like this. I do like it. I'm a big fan. I'm not a big fan of it. I can understand why people hate it. I really do. I like the new blue because they have blue ropes and it's a lot more brighter. I like this anthem bit at the bottom because then people know the company's anthem. I like that it's the hexagon for the 6 sides ring. That there really is nothing wrong with this. I'm a fan of it. I am a fan of this logo. I understand, guys. I really do understand if you don't like this logo. However, I'm a fan of it. And if you don't like it, everyone in this world is entitled to an opinion. You're entitled to yours. I like this logo. Okay, it's new, it's fresh, it's a new beginning for TNA. And do you notice how it says Impact Wrestling? It doesn't say TNA. I do not like TNA name. You can't market it for shit. You really, really can't. So let me stop screen sharing. As you saw my KocoSports fucking wallpaper. What a sad, sad man. Yeah. So let me go back to the live comments and see what we have going here. Silent Gengar. I love that name. I'm Silent Gengar. He says he's only watched the highlights. Was this episode under the new owners? Yes, it was. Andy Pap says, I hope Anthem re-signs all their free agents. I think they should. I think TNA this year, I think it'll be, I got this gut feeling that they're not going to, compete with WWE, and that no one should try. But I think they're going to have a good year under this new ownership. Andy Pep says, forgot Omega versus Okada. Swoggle versus Rockstar Spud was match of the year. That's from Andy Peps. Silence Gengar says, don't even joke about that shit. Ronnie Eston says, KC Dub. See, it's all there. See that if someone wants to have millions of dollars, I'll open KocoSports Championship Wrestling. Silent Gengar says, TNA has decent booking, just needs better match quality. You see, I'm normally like that, but I thought the main event was good, and the Moose versus Mike Bennett match surprised me a lot. Bullock, Brother Rail Kale, tell it not truth. Is Diana Peraza working TNA tapings this week? I have no idea. I generally don't. Andy Pap says KocoSports Championship Wrestling versus WCPW. I wish. I'm sure Jeff Jarrett will do what's best for business. At least take me for dinner first. Okay. Where does Lashley go from here? Ronnie S. That's difficult. I think we're going to do Lashley versus Davey Richards. In my opinion, that's where I think we'll be going next. But where TNA actually decide to go next, that's a complete different story for a different time. It's difficult because, I don't know, I just find TNA very strangely booked. Not in a bad way, but it can be in a good way. I don't know. Silent Gengar says it's all right logo, I'm guessing. Ronnie S says it's not a bad logo. Andy Pap says, hopefully Impact Wrestling gets some new championship belts. I do. I think we should scrap this TNA bullshit. I think this company should be called Impact Wrestling. I don't like the name TNA. You can't market. Like, imagine going to a guy, oh, did you watch TNA last night? Your parents will be, what do you think you're talking about, young man? Or you go, oh, did you watch some Impact Wrestling last night? They go, oh, oh, fucking go. Like, you know, there's a difference, and I don't like the name TNA because you can't market it either. You imagine airing a TNA advert or going to a company saying, "Hey, look, do you want to advertise with us? We're TNA." They'll be like, "Okay, what's that?" Whereas if you go, "This is Impact Wrestling," that's a huge difference. Silent Gengar says, "Thanks for the compliment, man. Made the account when I was like 10, which was why the name is a bit childish." Dude, I have no idea what the name means. I have no idea what that means, but I love the name Silent Gengar. Silent Gengar then says, "What games have you been playing in your spare time, my fellow UK doula?" I'm into a Battlefield big time on PlayStation 4. I'm literally, if Battlefield was a controller, I'd be actually inside it. And considering, you know, I'm on here and the amount of pro wrestling I watch and I work and then family and girlfriend and friends, dude, life's chaotic. But in the end of the day, I still make time for Battlefield because I love Battlefield. Andy Pap says, "I kind of hope TNA signs Kyle O'Reilly." Silent Gengar then puts Kyle O'Reilly as headed for WWE, I think. Andy Papson said, "Impact Wrestling change is coming." That needs to do, unless Anthem can outbid WWE. They need to just change this to Impact Wrestling. Like, TNA sounds horrible. It is horrible. Silent Gengar says, "Impact sure does have the potential. They just need to step up." And Gengar is a Pokemon bro. Battlefield 1 sure is good. Sure is a good game. Skyrim had been sucking up my time lately, though. Yeah, I didn't want to get Skyrim. I did and I didn't. I did because it's a good game and I wanted to get the remastered version. But at the same time, I didn't because I was worried that it would take up my time. And, you know, whether I'm working or I have to do the news on KocoSports, like actually update the website and the podcast section, I've got to do all that and I've got to watch the wrestling. Then I've got to talk about it here. And I just wouldn't have had time to do that. So I want to thank everyone for the live comments. Make sure you leave post comments on what you thought of this show. Even if you have commented live, it does help by just literally putting "win" in the comments, or "loss," or "tie," or "fuck TNA," or "I love TNA," or "want Dixie Carter to suck my willy." Whatever the fuck you want to do. That's it. So that's it for today for me and my shows. Been a good 2 hours. I've enjoyed myself. We just did a New Japan Pro Wrestling New Year's Dash show. Tomorrow, we'll be back with LK Live for our daily news show because not much news happened today. So we're going to do an LK Live tomorrow, as well as our style battle tournament from Flow Slam. And then Sunday will be LK Live, as well as the Full Impact Pro Everything Burns review, which I'm mega fucking excited for. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I want to thank you for joining me forever. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Let's get us on our way to 8,000. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. And thank you, everyone. I want to thank Silent Gengar for having an awesome name, Andy Paps, Ronnie S., everyone who participated in the live comments. I want to thank you for making the show tolerable. Stay safe, stay well. From your host, LK, I'll be catching your asses down.